What's going on, guys? Welcome to ADP DFS NASCAR Daytona 500 show. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of some of my favorite DFS plays, some of my favorite bets. And once you win that, you should head on over to adpdfs.com and subscribe. Get into our Discord. It's an awesome community. We crush it. NASCAR, NHL, NBA, MLB. Right? Like all of it. It's a great place. It's a great hangout. It's unlike all those other big betting sites where it's a big scam and they inflate their numbers. I've been there. It's not good. If you're looking for some excitement, right? It's a downtime in betting, or the NFL is over, the Super Bowl happened. I'm telling you right now, NASCAR is the answer. There is no sweat in the world like betting on NASCAR, and especially like NASCAR DFS, and especially at Daytona. Okay, Daytona is a super speedway. It is a 2.5-mile track with steep banking. Every single car, all right, they used to have a restrictor plate in the engine. Now they have a tapered spacer in the engine. So every car goes the same speed. So they all end up in this big pack in a draft. Cars 1 through 41 are separated by a half of a second. They're driving 6 inches from bumpers and fenders and door pan, like they are 2 wide, 3 wide, 200 miles an hour. The whole race, it is insane. It is a race that is completely random. There is a lot of variance. It is fun. It is exciting, and you can hit some long odd bets. And that's what I'm here to give you. If you want to play DFS, all right, let's talk DFS first. Here's the thing with DFS. Let me just share this screen quick. Okay, it's pretty pointless to run a model for super speedways, but I did just for fun. You can predict about 10% of this with even the best models. You need to stack guys starting 20th or worse. You need in the back half of the field. They have the highest potential ceiling and floor in the race, right? So the vast majority of your lineups should come from these guys starting 20th or worse. All right, if you're mass entering 150 lineups, you can sprinkle a little bit of Elliott, Blaney, Dillon, Gilliland. You can sprinkle in these guys up front, but the vast majority of your lineups need to come from these guys because any single car in this field can win, which means that all of these guys in the back half of the field, especially in the 30s, they have the highest ceiling. They have the highest chance of scoring the most points. You have to play them, okay? The other thing I'm going to tell you about DFS really fast is Daytona is a correlated track, okay? Fords, Chevys, Toyotas, those are your 3 manufacturers. They pair together. They team up, all right? Because at Daytona in the draft, whatever line, the inside lane or the outside lane, whichever lane has the most cars in it that are the closest together, they're going to go the fastest, right? That's just the aerodynamics. That's how it works. They're going to be able to push the hardest. They're going to go. So Fords and Chevys and Toyotas, they're going to find their way together and push each other to the front, all right? So correlation is massive at this race. A few correlated plays that I like that I'll just give you a quick overview on, right? You've got for the Fords, Keselowski, Custer, Preece, and Ware. Okay, that's RFK and Rick Ware Racing. They're going to work together. They did it in the duels. They blew up to the front together. They're a good handful of drivers to stack. The other Ford stack would be Front Row Motorsports and Penske, right? You've got your Zane Smith, you've got your Gragson, you've got your Barry, right? They're starting back here. They're going to team up as well. They're going to work together. Penske is phenomenal at this track. They're going to try to work their way up front so they can connect with Austin Cindric and Joey Logano, right? That is another great stack. For the Chevys, right? Spire and Trackhouse. So you've got Haley, Hocevar, Suarez, Shane Van Gisbergen, and McDowell. That's going to be a good low-owned stack. A lot of people gravitate to the Fords in this race, but the Chevys have just as good of a chance of winning this as anybody else. And finally, for Toyota, there's only 11 Toyotas in the field, right? So when there's a strength in numbers, they're at a slight disadvantage. Plus 9 of the Toyotas actually start 24th or better. Jimmy Johnson and Martin Truex being the exception to that. But Riley Herbst, Ty Gibbs, Chris Bell, and John Hunter Nemechek are going to make some good Toyota stacks as well. I would sprinkle those guys in. In terms of bets, let me give you a free play here. Why not? Welcome to NASCAR. I just got to show you this. This is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Let me minimize this. This is Dale. Okay. I'm not going to get into the story right now, but Dale has magical powers. He's connected to the universe. You just have to trust me on it. Okay. It sounds weird. And I'll tell you at some point, if you subscribe and join the Discord, and you'll believe it too. Dale has some plays. Okay. First play, John Hunter Nemechek, top 10. You can get that at 450 on FanDuel, plus 450. Fantastic bet. Fantastic super speedway driver. Next one, Austin Cindric, plus 2,400 on FanDuel. You cannot play him in DFS because he's starting in second. Okay, and he's got way too much downside, but at 24-1, you can bet him, and it is a perfect natural hedge between your bets and your DFS lineups. Last one I'm going to give you is Ross Chastain. He's sitting right here. Ross Chastain has the perfect combination of aggression and just savvy wheelman abilities, if you will. He's checkers or wreckers. Okay, and at 30-1, he's someone who he's been up front here before, and 30-1 is too long for him. Just as a side note, Noah Gragson and Chris Bell are two other guys that I like. But you're going to have to subscribe to the Discord, adpdfs.com. Join our community. I'll give you the rest of the plays, the whole betting card. And, it's going to be fun. NASCAR is for you if you're looking for something. Listen, I didn't like the sport 10 years ago. I didn't even know anything about it. It's now my favorite sport. It's exciting. Join. I'm telling you, just do it. Take my word for it. You don't even know who I am. It doesn't matter. I promise you're going to have fun, and we're going to make money together. I'll see you in there.